And welcome to KBLP LLC, brought to you by King's Cannabis. And welcome to Encounters in Ecto tonight. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Denise, what's up?
Oh, just freezing my butt off. How about you?
Same? Oh, same. Oh my gosh. I need to become a snowbird, I swear.
I need to hibernate.
Yeah, like south in the winter, north in the summer.
Yeah, heck yeah. I know, I don't know if I'd come back, you know?
Well, I would, because I hate the heat, so.
Oh, okay.
I can't stand heat, so. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. So we're going to be discussing tonight, what are we discussing? Oh, yeah, wishes. Ooh.
Wishes and prayers and whatnot.
Yep.
What brought this on was
yeah.
On the 19th, I made a political joke, and on my Facebook, and I said, "Dear God, when they're all together talking about the Democrats and Republicans, please form a sinkhole under them."
Well, guess what?
2 days later, 2 blocks from the White House, I said there was a sinkhole, so I was like, awesome, what should I ask for next?
Wishes do come true, people.
But the thing is, we start talking, and it's like there are millions of people that honestly believe that wishes and prayers and whatnot really do work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I really want to talk about not only the scientific side of it, but also, like religious and sure. Different things like that. So, first, the scientific side. A lot of people think that it's more power of the mind. Like if you get enough people thinking about the same thing, the power of their mind can push it to meld it to make it happen.
Right. That's what I've heard too.
And so it makes you wonder. I mean, and you think of like along the lines of like when they say like a 90-pound woman, lifted a car off her child. It's like they say it's adrenaline, but I think it's more like her mind at that moment wasn't telling her that car was too heavy.
Right. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, she somehow lifted that car off that kid. So
that's they call that like the rush of adrenaline will make you do that. Just the fact that, it gets so intense that because you're so afraid for that person or whatever, and you want to save them, and that it's all adrenaline. That's what they say. I don't know myself.
They say that, but it's like, well, this is my thing, okay? A person that's skinny, has small arms, small muscles, whatever.
Right.
They're going to only be able to lift so much.
Yeah, I agree.
Not just physically unable. Do you know what I mean? Whether the mind tells them to or not, there's just not enough torque in your, your muscles to be able to. So what causes that? What makes that person able to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it telekinetic? Is it?
Yeah.
And that's my thing, like with the wishes and prayers and things like that. That's where the science side comes in. It's like, is there something in our brain that in that moment of panic or that moment of wanting something so bad, that unlocks something in your brain that makes it happen?
Could well be. I think that makes sense.
Definitely a wild subject to think about, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I agree.
It's just crazy. And I have done some research, in the last few days about it. And there's actually cultures out there that it's not so much prayer, they wishes.
Yeah.
They believe that if you actually bring offerings to certain, gods or deities or whatever, wish, they'll make your wish come true. So.
Oh, yeah.
And I would never, I'm sorry, I'm posting stuff here. I would never tell anybody, that's wrong or whatever, but I mean, it's just crazy to think that they believe. I mean, you go back into ancient times, I mean, not just ancient, but like, back in Mayan territory, they would like sacrifice people.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking that that it would make, their crops grow or whatever. So.
Well, it actually started with the Greeks, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, it actually started with the Greeks, and about blowing out your birthday candles.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
Yeah.
So what started that tradition?
Well, let's see. their belief that smoke from the candles carried prayers to the gods. And
Oh, wow.
that was the origin of making wishes when we blow out our birthday candles or blow out candles.
Interesting.
Okay. What about saging? It's basically the smoke. So
Oh, yeah.
I guess that kind of makes sense. So yeah. So you got birthday candles, shooting stars, and eyelashes. And I never heard of the eyelashes one.
I have where it's like if there's an eyelash in your face, you put your finger, blow it, make a wish.
Oh my God! I should have
I've
a lot.
heard of it. I don't know where it came from.
I don't either.
That's
that I've never heard.
Yeah, but I've heard that a few times where if you take the eyelash, you put it on your finger, you're supposed to blow on it, and you're supposed to make a wish.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just some made-up BS that somebody made up at some point, or there's actually a
I don't know about that eyelashing. I've never heard that one. And also,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
I've heard it my whole life. That's so weird
that one's a strange one. Ancient writer and astronomer Ptolemy believed that shooting stars occurred when the gods were looking down upon us from above.
And you wish upon a
star. Yeah, it was the best way to make sure the gods heard you. So they figured they were paying attention at that time. You also make wishes on dandelions, wishbones, of course, wishbones, ladybugs, times of the day, wishing wells, and even the first star they see at night.
Well, like the wishing wells, people believe they can put a coin in there.
Right.
But like you're paying for the wish.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So there you go. I didn't know about the eyelash thing though.
Yeah, I've heard that one my whole life.
Huh. That I have never heard that one.
Yeah. Or if there's an eyelash on your face, you just put it on your finger. You're supposed to blow on it and make a wish.
Yeah, I know dandelions and ladybugs if they land on you and.
Yeah, but that's so crazy.
I know.
Isn't it insane? Like just the weird traditions that we've adapted.
Yeah.
Over time that we don't even know where they really began. You
right.
know what I mean? Like this eyelash thing. I'm looking this up.
Yeah. The eyelash. Yeah, but I have never heard that.
Yeah, but then that's something I've known about my whole life. Yeah. It says, wish on eyelashes was common folklore in the mid-19th century. A fallen eyelash is placed on the back of the hand before the wisher throws it over their shoulder. If the eyelash gets stuck, the wish does not come true. Now, see, I've always thought that it was you put it on your finger and blow on it.
I didn't know about the shoulder thing.
Now, I know about the salt over the shoulder.
Yeah.
You're supposed to throw salt over your shoulder to keep you from having bad luck if you spill the salt or something.
Huh.
But I've been studying a little bit today about different like the 11:11.
Yeah.
11 men's after 11
right.
on any clock is supposed to be good luck.
Yep, that's what I've heard. Yep.
That you're supposed to be able to have a wish.
Yep.
That you're supposed to be able to do a prayer or some kind of wish that it's good luck, that if you look at your watch and it's 11:11, that it's supposed to be good luck and you should be able to have a wish.
Yep. I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the wishbone.
Wishbones, yep.
We've all done that at Thanksgiving. You get the wishbone and you break it and, you play tug of war with it, basically.
Yep.
Whoever gets the bigger part gets to have their wish.
Yep, yeah. I don't know if that's true.
But it says that this dates back to Etruscans. I don't know. It says in an ancient Italian civilization. It says believing chickens hold prophetic powers. So it didn't start with a turkey. It started with a chicken.
Yeah. So there you go.
Chickens were placed in the middle of a circle, divided into wedges. Bits of food were scattered in each section, and scribes would note of each wedge of the chicken snacked from. The letters were taken to the local priest, who would use the information to answer the city's questions about the future. It was kind of like a Ouija board.
Right.
So, isn't that wild? and then it says that the dandelion thing, where you blow on the dandelion and the seeds
Yep.
flew everywhere, that was used usually by young girls in the 1800s for romantic and oracle purposes.
Right.
Children would blow on the flowers while thinking hard about objects of affection.
Yep.
This was a tradition spread to encompass all wishing, romantic and otherwise. So that's crazy.
Yeah. What about the wishes from a genie? How did we come up with the number 3? We all know if you rub the magic lamp, you get 3 wishes from a genie, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. In the original 1001 Nights, the Arabian Nights, of course we all know Aladdin gets the lamp, and the genie comes out and grants wishes. Of course we all know this, and whoever controls the lamp is the master of the genie.
Yeah.
And supposedly no limitation what they wish for. If there is restriction, it's probably because that's what the genie is capable of. They have limitation, 3 wishes for the owner of the lamp. We all know this, right? The number isn't really surprising. 3 is a very common number when it comes to folk stories, and a setup of 3 is very standard in short stories also. And 3 wishes even show up a lot outside folklore, outside of genies. So, why we got 3 wishes, but when? Is there something we can point to, 3 wishes and genies?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's bizarre.
I know.
Isn't it just strange though, like just how our society, you don't think about wishes too often.
Right.
Things
Right.
like that, but it's like how many things, like even the first star. There's a whole little poem, Star Bright, Starlight,
Star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I were, I wish I might. Get the wish I wish
I wish that tonight. Yeah.
Yes.
So they said that dates back to America in the 19th century. It says mothers would sing the rhyme to their children when putting them to bed. Later, the rhyme inspired "When You Wish Upon a Star" and Pinocchio.
Yep.
So, isn't that wild?
Yeah.
You don't really think about it too much. Like, I've never really, I've thought about it, but not intensely as I have in the last few days.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Just the strange, bizarre things that we have for wishes.
Yeah, it is. It's really strange. A lot of people, well, of course, your scholars think it's the power of your mind. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a lot of things, wishes, prayers, whatever you want to call them. Oh, here's another one, white horses. It says in the mid-19th century, many British children believed if you crossed paths with a white horse, you could make a wish. Others would count the white horses they saw and would make a wish after reaching 100. It says children's author Alison Utley grew up in Derbyshire in the 1890s and had a more complicated version of 100 white horses, a fiddler, a blind man, and a chimney sweep combined would grant you the wish. So you had to see 100 white horses, a fiddler, a blind man, and a chimney sweep to get your wish.
Okay. And the chances of that.
And then we've adapted some over the years, like slug bug. We all know that one.
Yeah. Yep. How about this?
Well, it started out just hitting somebody on the arm, but now it's like a wish thing. If you see a Volkswagen, you have to hit somebody, and if you hit them before they see it, you're supposed to be able to get a wish.
Oh, I can do that. I can hit a bam. Well,
that's something that was adapted like in the 20th century.
What about straw wrappers? You know about that, right? Same thing. It's like a wishbone. Your straw wrappers, the paper ones, you remove the paper and put a knot in it. And you pull at each end until the paper tears. And whoever has a knot on their end, their wish comes true.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've heard something about that with wrapping paper, too. That supposedly that if you get your birthday gift, that if you're able to unwrap the present without tearing it, and then you put it in a knot.
Yeah, okay.
And you're supposed to the next person who has a birthday, the next one in line, you're supposed to pull a tug of war with them, and whoever gets the bigger knot gets the birthday wish.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like birthday candles.
Then there's also, anybody who's been to a bar knows this one. If you get off a label off of a beer bottle,
oh yeah,
that that's supposed to mean like your wish is gonna be granted to get lucky that night. That you're gonna hook up with somebody.
Yeah, okay. If you drink enough, you will anyway. So, anyway.
Right. But this is a real thing, though.
Yeah,
People,
that's true.
they literally try to peel off the label
Yeah.
off their beer
Yeah.
bottle in one shot just to.
They're really wishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pennies. Pennies is another thing. A penny's, a penny's real value lies in the wishing, of course. It can be thrown in any body of water. Some say to make the wish while it's in the air, or others insist you can't wish on it until it hits the water. Either way, pennies are great for wishes, so there you go.
Yeah, but then there's like the whole thing, like the see a penny, pick it up throughout the day, you'll have good luck.
Right.
However,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
pick it up when its tail's
Right.
up.
You're supposed to leave it there.
Yep, if its tail's up, you leave it. If its head's up, you're supposed to like put it in your shoe or something, and you're supposed to have good luck throughout the day.
Yep.
So,
Yep. So I always look. I don't know about you, but if it's tails, it stays there.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I don't touch it. It's like,
It gets weird, ain't it, that we do this automatically?
It is. It's strange that just the weird things like we, like if I spill salt, I will.
Yeah.
I'll grab that salt,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
throw it on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like you're counter cursing the curse.
Right. Right. Take the chance. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not taking any chances here.
But it is. It's bizarre. Like and the things we make a wishes on.
Rainbows.
I never really thought about it, but it's bizarre.
Yeah, rainbows.
Yes.
When you see one, you're supposed to close your eyes and wish. Count to 10, but with your eyes closed. And if you can still see the rainbow when you open your eyes, wish granted.
Dang, I didn't know all that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't that pretty cool? I like that one. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that one. So, yeah. So, rainbows. How about smoking? Believe it or not. It's called Lucky Smoke. Of course, we all know smoking is bad for you. I should talk. But,
Yeah.
but if you do, you're supposed to flip the first smoke in your pack upside down. And don't,
Oh, yes, I used to do that.
Yeah, and don't...
When I used to smoke, I did that.
Yeah.
I would flip the cigarette.
And don't smoke it until the very last one. When you do, you have the whole cigarette to think up a wish.
But you know what? 7 times out of 10, I would like the wrong damn end.
Yeah, and you and me both, honey. You and me both. It's like, dumbass. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to do
That's
that,
it.
Every time I would open my pack of cigarettes, I'd flip one upside down.
And then like the wrong end, yes.
Yeah, and at the end, I'd get that last cigarette, I'd be talking or doing whatever,
Yep,
I'd just
yep,
grab it
yep.
and then light the filter, yeah.
Yep. Now,
Like,
listen.
my wish was never granted. But
Oh, hey, Ike.
Hi, Ike.
How you doing? The moon. Did you? But you can't just do it any old time, you know. You can
Full
only
moon, right?
you can only wish on it when it's full or your birthday. Or your birthday. So there you go. You can't just make a wish any old time. Come on now.
Yeah, it's like I said when we first talked about this, I was kind of doing it almost as a joke, like
I know,
then
right?
I started looking into it, and I was like, "This is crazy."
That was bizarre.
Weird crap that we think, And then there's also wishing trees too.
Yep, wishing trees. Yep.
There's a whole culture on wishing trees. It's not just in our deal, in our country. It's in other countries.
Yep.
They have the Chinese wishing trees. They have German wishing trees, and there's a whole little poem.
Oh, really?
About a wishing tree. Yeah.
Do you have it?
Let me see. I'll find it here.
Okay.
Just had it.
Okay. Don't you hate that? You know where it's at.
It says it's like for a wedding thing. It says, "Here stands our wedding wish tree, though it looks a little bare, but it would look so pretty with the thoughts you want to share. So please pick up the pen and write a joke, a note or a quote, then tie it to the branches and watch the wishes float. When the day is over, we can't wait to have a look. We will keep the little labels in our wishing tree book." So basically, what
Very
this
cool.
is like it's like a you make like a tree out of wires.
Yeah.
This is the Americanized version.
Mm-hmm.
And people write their wishes for you on the wishing tree.
Cool.
And you're supposed to read them later on, and then you keep them in a book. But then there's other cultures where they actually tie them to a real life tree.
Yep.
And they make wishes for birthdays, anniversaries, for people's, like if they go into surgery, they'll tie like their wishes for good surgery or whatever onto the wishing tree.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. It's just, it is just really, really just strange how much, people say, I'm not superstitious, but then you really think about it. It's like, a lot of people are very superstitious, and they believe in all this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yep, you and me both.
Obviously.
Yeah, me too.
That whole thing, I do that.
Okay, ladybugs. That's another thing. If a ladybug lands on you, a real one, not those orangey-looking things that bite you. Yeah.
The red ladybug.
Yes, the real ones. You say, ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children are gone. If she flies away, you get your wish. But be sure to express your condolences to the ladybug on her loss on the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Stones. Wishing stones.
Yep, I've heard of these too.
Yeah. Something about it inspires people to toss a coin in a wish. Some say the bigger... Oh, it's fountains, dumbass. Oh, sorry. Stones. A lot of people keep those wishing stones in their pocket. Or those lucky white stones, they call them. Remember those?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
You might have found one on a beach or got one as a gift. Or something native to your state, like, excuse me, Michigan people, like me, or not like me, but like people, love Petoskey stones. You rub the flat side of the stone with your thumb and make a wish whenever you need to. Apparently, it's just, I wish I could show you a picture, but I can't. But they have, I'll put it in here. You guys can look it up. Here. Petoskey stones. There you go. So, acorns. Acorns is another thing.
Yep.
Yep. If an acorn should fall on your head, pick it up and wish on it. If it's a big wish, leave the acorn on your windowsill for 3 days to facilitate the wish granting. For love wishes, send the acorn to the object of your desire. Can you imagine? Send the acorn to who you love. Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just insane.
Yeah.
And then there used to be stuff that was just symbols of good luck.
Yeah.
And now it's adapted into like like 4-leaf clovers. It used to be if you find a 4-leaf clover, you're supposed to have good luck. And now it's like as time's gone on, it's adapted. If you find a 4-leaf clover, you're supposed to make a wish and then press it in a book.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of them. Necklace chains. Do you wear a necklace without a pendant on it? You can get to wish every time the clasp works its way around. You know how it works the way around?
Yeah.
Okay, when it gets to the hollow of your neck, be sure to move the clasp back to its proper position and make a wish. Go figure.
That is wild.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, here's one. Here's another kind of folklore thing. Yawning. If you have the superhuman talent to not yawn after someone else, you get to make a wish.
Oh, wow.
So, something to keep in mind. You know how catchy that is sometimes. But if you actually don't do it, you get to make a wish.
Hey, that happened at school.
Did it? Okay. See? There you go.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is just really strange that the things that we've never really talked about before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people don't think about like what they do for wishes. There's another thing like the feather.
Yeah, I was just going to say feather, yeah. It can't be
like
from a pillow or anything, though.
No, it's got to be something that fell from the sky, like a feather.
Mm-hmm.
Like that landed on you or you caught it.
Yep.
And you're supposed to make your wish and then let it blow away.
Well, you're supposed to walk a circle around it and make your wish.
Yep.
You're supposed to stick it in the ground so it stands straight up, and then walk a circle around it and make your wish. If the feather stays standing, you get your wish.
See, the one I'm reading here is if you let it land on your hand and you don't close your hand around it, quickly make your wish before it blows away.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, so whichever, go for it. I don't know. It's weird how there's different, different versions of it.
Like the wishing tree, there's some that you can just make your own, other ones you tie to the trees.
Yeah. Now this one, if this was the case, I think we'd all have all our wishes granted, especially in the fall. Falling leaves. You see a leaf falling from a tree, quick make a wish on it before it hits the ground. I've
heard that with snow, too.
Take the leaf home with you and press it in a book. Your wish will be true for as long as you know where the leaf is. Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I heard the thing with snow, like if you see a snowflake falling, like you follow the snowflake and you make your wish before it hits the ground.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then also the one where you catch the snowflake on your tongue.
Oh, yeah, catch a snowflake on your tongue, yep.
It's supposed to be able to get you a wish. So.
Mm-hmm. See, now, this is a little bit more on the birthday candles. Again, the ancient Greeks started this for putting candles on cake. Baked goods were brought to the temple of Artemis, the goddess of the hunt and the moon, as offerings. They were adorned with candles to signify the glow of the moon. And, of course, the smoke took the prayers to the gods. So there you go. The first birthday cake is believed to be from Germany in the Middle Ages. Candles were placed on the cake, one for each, and an extra candle for the coming year to represent the light of life. And blow out your candles and make a wish.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Oh, here's a little bit more on the ladybugs. Okay, the ladybugs got their name from the Virgin Mary, who was often portrayed in the red cloak in medieval times. The beetle's redness represented her cloak, and the black spots were her sorrows. They have long been a symbol of a good harvest, likely due to their knack for eating. They eat pests that would harm your crops. So if ladybugs appeared, the crops would be saved. So there you go.
Oh, wow. Oh, and don't forget that this is actually where the cricket from Jimmy Cricket.
Oh, yes.
Disney crickets also
are
supposed to be good luck. And if you hear their music for, I'm trying to remember what it is now. It's an old legend I remember from years ago. Like something when they rub their legs together or something, you're supposed to, the first sound of the day of them rubbing their legs together, you're supposed to be able to get a wish.
Oh, okay. I hear that a lot. Okay. The white horses thing. In the mid-19th century, British children believed if you crossed paths with a white horse, you could make a wish. Others would count them, the white horses they saw, and would make a wish after
we were
reaching
talking about
100.
that earlier.
Yeah.
About how that
a blind man in a chimney
author,
sweep.
yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen, but okay. Good luck with that.
Could you imagine having all those gathered in one place?
Yeah, I'd be. Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely.
Go pay them each $100 to stand in one place.
Yeah. Just stay there. Don't move. Oh yeah.
But it is. It's totally bizarre to me that just the thinking of like I said, like all these years, the stuff that we've done, and I still do it. Like if I go by a well or something, like or some water in a mall or something, I'll take out a penny and throw. What the hell? It's a penny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might as well.
So, do any of you out there believe in wishes?
Wishes and prayers too.
Yeah,
like I said, a lot of cultures believe that prayers and wishes are the same thing.
Yeah, true.
So if you're praying for something, they believe that you're basically wishing for it. So is that and people believe in praying to the deities and, offering up their wishes or their sacrifices for the deities to get
Right.
their wish.
Exactly. Yep.
And
That's where it
this is
started.
this is something that's been going on for years. This
Yeah.
is something that just started being. This has been going on for years. People would sacrifice chickens and goats.
Oh yeah,
for a good
absolutely.
harvest. They would actually use the blood in their soil.
Absolutely.
So.
Yep. Yeah, it's supposed to make it fertile and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of weird things that, or not weird, but I should say just bizarre things that we just kind of don't really think about.
Yeah.
We do every single day. So.
Oh, here's kind of a spell for that. Let's see. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. Okay. Let's see. There was one he had to have candles and... Oh. Let me see.
There's many cultures where like candles and things like that are involved with the
Yes.
prayers, the spells, or what, and a lot of that's another thing where like a lot of people think that prayers and wishes are the same thing. A lot of people believe that prayers and spells are the same thing.
Right. I guess you could make the argument they're similar. Yes.
Yeah, because you're basically, asking something.
Yeah, exactly. So, maybe they're similar. Of course, they're different, really. The how they go about it, I should say.
Yeah, how they go about it is different.
Right. So, although everything we talked about, I'm sure every one of us does something.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I never really thought about it. I never really thought about doing it. But it's and I didn't realize how many of them I actually do.
Yeah, exactly. The ladybug, the penny.
The ladybug, the eyelash, the dandelion. I've done all those my whole life.
Yeah, the dandelions.
Never really thought about how manic it is.
Yeah, duh. Yeah. Wow.
I never really thought about how manic that is to do that, but
yeah.
I do it.
Oh, I do it too. I do it too. So there you go.
And then the weird little preventative stuff that we do. I don't know if you ever did this as a kid or if you still do it. Like when you go into a tunnel, you put your hands on the top of the roof of your car.
I'm trying to think if I did that. I don't know. I don't go into too many tunnels, but I'm trying to think if I did. It's possible.
I mean, I can remember doing it as a kid. I don't do it now, but I can remember doing that. And it's supposed to. I don't even remember what it's supposed to avoid, but I just remember doing it. Isn't that strange? I did stuff and I didn't know why.
Huh.
Let me look that up. Yeah, because there's stuff even though I'm prepared for this, there's stuff that I keep thinking, it's oh yeah, and that, and that. And
yeah, you see it and it's oh right, yeah, go figure. Yes. Absolutely. Let me check something out here.
It's just more like a superstition than anything.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. A superstition. Hey, AWO. Good to see you.
Hello.
Good to see you. Ghost stories. Yes.
Holding your breath when you go by a cemetery, different
things.
things.
Oh, yeah.
That goes way back. That's
or if you get stopped by a funeral, it's not going to be a good day or some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. And that's holding your breath in the, and putting down the sun visor when you go through a yellow light.
Yep.
They kiss their fingers and touch the ceiling. And that's for thanking the gods for letting you get through the light.
Yep. Gotta thank somebody for that one.
holding your
AWO is
breath
going to let
go
us.
by a cemetery, because that way you avoid one, making ghosts jealous, and making it so you can't be possessed.
Yep. Just strange things, strange.
The hand thing on the tunnel started was so people can keep their heads. Apparently,
Oh, okay. That makes
heads.
sense.
Yeah. Throwing, and also good luck, and also a wish thing is throwing change under the seat of a new car.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's supposed to be a good luck to the driver of a new car. Some people throw handfuls of change on the driver's seat. This is added benefit of helping you pay tolls in a pinch too.
Oh, okay, yep, there you go. Very
and
true.
some cultures, they put a small scratch on their new car because they're so afraid of somebody scratching it. They feel if they scratch themselves.
Oh, I would never do that.
I wouldn't either. But
No, nope.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Okay.
Lifting your feet from the pedals when you cross over train tracks.
Okay, I've never done that. I'm driving, so can't quite do that.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. If you have any we haven't spoken of, let us know. You do anything like that?
It says if you don't lift your feet, according to the legend or whatever, or the bad luck thing, if you don't lift your feet, you'll lose your sweetheart or never get married.
Okay.
And it also, if you touch the ceiling while raising your feet, you'll have good luck and be granted a wish.
All right.
I've never heard of that.
Okay. Okay, that'll work.
So yeah, it's just like I said, it's totally strange. Just the stuff that we do and I'm sure in other cultures there's things too that we don't know about in America.
Oh,
I'm sure like they do some weird thing to get a wish or whatever.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm sure they do. The fountain thing is everywhere though, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. Because anywhere you go, I've been, all over the country. I don't know about in other countries, but I'm sure they do it there too, where you put a coin in the fountain and you get your wish.
In Rome, that one in Rome.
Yeah.
That big fountain in Rome. So, let's see. Oh, da. Trying to see if I can find anything on that. Okay. There's Ike. Hi, Ike.
Howdy, Ike. Ike's in our chat room here.
Yeah.
Y'all are listening. You can go to KBLP LLC on Spreaker.
Yep.
And you'll just follow the link here and just sign in. It's not anything that's gonna be anything weird. Kira, oh hi Kira. That's my kiddo.
Hello. Good to see you. Hold your breath driving past the cemetery. Yep. Oh, very
Kira
cool.
Probably remembers growing up like me doing these, certain, these things.
Probably. We've all done them.
Pick it up,
Yeah. Every day, hundreds of thousands of children around the world make wishes. Often these wishes are simply muttered words uttered when something comes up that requires a wish, of course. People wish on the first star in the evening sky. There are those special wishes that are made on particular days. And in Guatemala, children fly kites in cemeteries on All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day every year. The kites carry the wishes to the gods.
My phone's not charging.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have my little helper tonight, Dakota. So.
Oh,
okay.
And my phone's not charging for some reason.
Oh, let me check. Gotta have that phone charging.
Yeah.
There.
Well, she's checking on that.
I
I'm
never
gonna
unplug
add
it.
to the kite thing. There's a
Yeah.
deal here in this country too. On New Year's Eve, a lot of people believe that if you write what your wishes are for that new year and on a card and tie it to a balloon and let the balloon go,
Oh, yeah.
that your wish will come true.
Should be fine.
So whether you want to lose weight or
Yeah.
stop, whatever your deal is, stop smoking, you're supposed
Yeah.
to write it on this card, attach it to a balloon, then let the balloon fly.
It's too hot for me to
So,
Roblox.
most definitely. And I don't suggest that anymore. So they're saying like balloons lying in lakes and rivers, things like that, and are hurting the wildlife. But it's just an interesting thing. It's something that I've actually done in the past. Before I knew about.
Oh, sure.
Balloons like choking turtles and stuff.
Yeah. No. And those kites, it can actually be as big as a small car. They make these kites.
I've seen them online.
Yeah, they're huge. On that highway to the East Coast, she's saying. Mothman.
We were reading like legends and stuff like that, and there was this thing on the highway on the East Coast she's talking about. We don't know if it was Mothman. It was just something really bizarre.
Oh, it could well be.
Yeah, Kira's been on many road trips, and we used to see some really weird stuff on the road. So.
Yeah, I'll bet. There's always.
She says, "Mom, the Mothman on that highway on the East Coast."
Yep.
Yeah, we don't know what it was, but.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe you don't want to know. Some things are left better not knowing. Here's one. On New Year's Day in Brazil, people go to the beach where they jump over 7 waves and throw offerings into the water. While they make a wish, it is said the goddess of the sea grants wishes in return for the gifts. So there you go.
Oh, wow. How weird is that?
Yeah.
Now, this whole thing that they do in the United States, the jumping into frozen water thing, does anybody know the background of that? What?
I have no idea. I think it was, I don't know. The Polar Bear Club, stuff like that.
I'm not sure. Did it start with a bunch of drunk guys on a bed?
Probably. Who knows? Not me. I ain't doing it.
Get anything out of that? Jumping into frozen water. I mean, now they do it for charity and all kinds of different things. But they started it just doing it. Yeah,
which is insane if you ask me. I don't know. I think that's kind of crazy because of how cold it is. And they just jump in the cold water, have at it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you could have a heart attack doing that. Don't do that if you have any health issues, please. Because that could cause a heart attack, anything.
Exactly. Can't talk people into that, though.
Oh, she says kids do it in Russia to help their immune system.
Oh. Well.
Hey, Bill. Good to see you.
Oh, hi, Bill. We got all kinds of people in the chat today.
I'm loving it.
I love it.
Love it. Good to see everybody.
We love it when we do these combo shows because it's more fun for us. And it's great.
We have a good time doing it. So every other Saturday we do this because we're usually off. So yay. Let's see, in Thailand in November, they celebrate the Loy Krathong Festival. They build or purchase little boats made of banana leaves and fill them with coins, flowers, candles, and incense. The boats carry away bad luck so the good wishes come true.
Oh, wow. Here's something, too. It says that some people believe that if you put candles, like you were talking about the leaves, candles on a floating leaf down the river, and whoever's candle lasts the longest before it goes out, they get their wish.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's different. But why would you do that, though? I guess.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why would you do any of it, I guess, and we do it.
Yeah. So. I don't know.
We most definitely do it.
Crazy. So lots of stuff around the world. Different things people do, so.
Exactly. Now, is there anything out there that anybody does, like Like, do you have like a manic thing that you do, whether it be to grant wishes or propel evil or whatever you do, that we're not mentioning here?
Yeah.
Is there any customs or traditions that you know of that we're not talking about here? Because I would love to hear about. I mean, I love hearing about stuff like this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then
Absolutely.
I don't feel so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Condensation on a window. Supposedly, in the wintertime, the condensation on the window freezes.
Okay.
You're supposed to get you and other people against the window and put your breath on the window. The first one to be able to see through to the outside gets a wish.
Okay.
From some kind of winter goddess.
Okay. That's called you need new windows. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have that now. I did that. I mean, but it was just me. I do need new windows upstairs, but hey. But yeah, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, so.
Weird.
Well, we used to do that when we were kids. I can remember doing that. Like, then of course we get yelled at.
Yeah.
But it's like I can remember doing that just so you could see through to the other
Oh
side.
yeah, sure. That was fun. Yeah, that's great, Bill. That's great. Okay, if you cut the outer edge of an apple peel, blow on it, drop it into the water, take the shape of the first letter of your soulmate's name. Oh, now I'm going to try that.
No, I've actually heard of this. They actually use this in that show, Charmed, because it's an actual thing.
Charmed. Yeah.
It's an actual thing that you do this. You're supposed to drop it into like a boiling water.
Is it boiling water?
Yeah, apple peel, hot water, so it'll make it curl.
Gotcha.
And it'll supposed to be the shape of the letter of your soulmate.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
Yep, I've heard that. Oh, and here's another one. This is supposed to be, this was started by the this place called Bad Luck Society.
Okay.
But they claim that you can get your wish if you write it backwards on a mirror.
Okay.
And then are able to wipe it off with one swipe.
Okay.
You're supposed to write it with either like some kind of lipstick or crayon or something like that. And then you're supposed to spray your cloth with like Windex or something. If you can get it all off in one swipe, then you'll get your wish.
Okay.
But if not, it could give you the opposite.
Oh.
So it says be very cautious of this.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, duh. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so you write on the mirror backwards. That's bizarre.
Huh.
Well, I guess if you're trying to get to the other dimension or reality. Or
yeah. I don't know if that's kind of...
I ain't messing with all that. I don't know about you.
No. Yeah, I think I'll take a pass on that one. Okay, got some ghost stories? We got some ghost stories?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I forgot about
I know, right? We could do a whole thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and read the story since we're on encounters. And this. Okay, this comes from a friend. He swears this happened.
Okay.
On everything on him, he swears this happened. Okay, I'm going to just hold on. Let me.
Okay.
I had printed this out. There you go. Okay. I'm just going to kind of give you the Cliff Notes version because it's very long. Okay, he says, about 2 years ago, I was laying in my bed, and I could see like a light coming in from outside. I don't live directly by a road. Our driveway's really long, and I kept seeing these lights come in. So I finally looked outside, and there was this glowing light in the field. I didn't know what it was. It kind of scared me. He said, but still, the curiosity got the better of me. I grabbed my flashlight and I started heading out, and before my eyes, this thing shot up in the air and went into several different lights everywhere. He said, I knew I had seen a UFO, but I wasn't sure. He said, the really bizarre thing started happening over the next few months, he said. See. Okay. I started seeing this little creature in my house. I was not sure what it was. I kept seeing it running through my bedroom and once in a while through my hallway. I called a friend of mine who was a paranormal investigator. She claimed that it was not a ghost, but then her friend claimed it was a demon. So here I was afraid in my house. I thought I had this demonic presence right in front of me. So I started getting crosses and holy water, which didn't seem to frighten it at all. I kept seeing it. Then suddenly food started disappearing from my kitchen. Just really strange things that normal people wouldn't eat, like jars of mayonnaise. Ugh.
Ew.
Whole jars of mayonnaise would be gone. The empty mayonnaise jar would be on the ground in the kitchen. Whole eggs, just the carton would be left. There would be no eggshells or anything. So I started thinking maybe whatever this is hungry. So I started feeding it.
Okay. I don't know why you would do that, but okay.
So I started buying jars of mayonnaise from the dollar store, and I started buying dozens of eggs. And then I found out that it actually liked different things too. It liked white vinegar.
Ew. Good Lord.
I know. It liked white vinegar. It liked turkey breast. Was not fond of ham. It never touched the ham.
Oh, well, okay.
But it liked raw bacon.
Ew.
He said if there was anything in my fridge that I liked, that it liked, I couldn't have in there because it would be gone overnight. He said if I wanted something that I liked, I'd have to buy it that day and cook it that day.
Oh, my gosh.
I said I did this for months. And then I started seeing the creature more. Even like when I would wake in the night, I would see it just standing at the hall looking at me. He said it was just a little over 2 feet tall. It almost looked like it had long, pointy ears. Almost what you would see as a troll looking like from a mid-century children's novel.
Huh.
Ew. Okay.
Dobby! Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what I was thinking too.
Dobby!
First rate. He said, well, this one had fur, though, a little bit of fur.
Yeah, well, give him clothes. You'll free him.
Yeah, exactly right. He said that this one had very little hair, and it seemed to look at me, but it went at lightning speed. And as it was going, I would hear things in my head.
Oh.
I would hear noises in my head. I would hear sounds of what I can only be described as lasers going off, and I could hear some language that I did not understand.
Wow.
He said, after a long time of doing this, he said, one night again, I see lights in my room.
Excuse me.
He said, I looked around and I kept saying, what is this? What is it? I looked outside and I see these lights. He said, suddenly I heard scurrying in my house. Things were being knocked over. He said, I went out in my living room. The couch was knocked over. The chair in there was knocked over. My dining room set was up against the wall and the chairs scattered about. The refrigerator was open and several things were missing. He said, I didn't know what to do. I called 911. They laughed at me. He said, I went outside to look at the lights, and again, they went straight up into the sky, and the lights scattered everywhere. I didn't know what to think. He said, but then after that happened, he said, I never saw the creature again. It's like they came back for him or something. Like it was a mistake that they had left him to begin with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
But he says the bizarre thing now, he says that he keeps having weird dreams. He said he has like the most bizarre dreams of like landscapes he's never seen before.
Wow.
Yeah, like he keeps having dreams of like places and like lands and mountains and different things, like places that he's never seen. And he says in his head, while he's sleep, where he says like when I'm in mid-sleep, I can again hear the sound of what can only be described as laser beams, and I can hear the strange language off in the distance.
Wow.
Because I still don't know what it was. He says, do you think this is a ghost, alien, or what? Well, I'm no expert here, but I would definitely lean more towards alien.
Definitely. That I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're not going to take off with bright lights. Ghosts won't do that. Per se.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I would
definitely.
And also, after you have those dreams, if you maybe sketch the landscape that you saw.
Most definitely,
You know?
yes. Landscape, and maybe even make a recording if you can.
Yeah.
Or if you can of the language that you're hearing, or if you could even describe it.
Right. That would do. Yeah, but I agree with you there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But see if you can maybe sketch out the landscape somehow, and see if
Isn't that bizarre, though, that it liked things like mayonnaise and white vinegar and
Ugh.
whole eggs,
Ugh.
raw bacon,
Oh God.
but it wouldn't touch the ham. So
Doesn't like. Oh, well, I can't say pork. It likes raw bacon. So there you go.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Just doesn't like the
Oh
process.
my God. Right.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely an alien.
Yeah,
That's what I agree, Kira.
Kira's in the chat room. She says, keep a pad and pen near you, near your bed, and write words you remember.
There
yeah,
you go.
Definitely. That's what we were thinking, too. Just like even if there's anything, who knows? I mean, you could be talking with some kind of ancient dimensional creature or something.
Yes, absolutely. Where does he live by? Does he say where he lives?
Where does he live?
Yeah.
He lives in eastern Vermont.
Let me check something out real quick. Let me check something here.
He said that he lives right down the road from some tree tunnel. What the hell is that?
Okay.
I don't know what that is. Anyways, he lives somewhere by a tree tunnel. Something called Smuggler's Notch.
Oh, what is it? Smuggler's
Notch. He says he doesn't want to give his exact location. Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Let's see. This could be, maybe he's near a portal. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, it very could be.
It's a mountain pass in Vermont, and it separates Mount Mansfield, the highest peak of the Green Mountains, from Spruce Peak. Let's see. It derives its name from activities precipitated by requests of Thomas Jefferson to prevent American involvement in the Napoleonic Wars. It forbade American trade with Great Britain and Canada. Fugitive slaves also used the notch as an escape route to Canada.
So that's supposed to be like a portal?
It's a Smuggler's Notch Resort. It's a national park. It's a state park. I'm going to find out. Let's see.
So he's somewhere around there. Yeah, he says he doesn't. I totally understand it.
Yeah.
When you're putting yourself out like this, I don't blame you.
Yeah, let me check this out. That's why I was asking. If I could, there we go. Okay, let's see if it is.
And he said that he had never seen them before, like those lights or anything like that. So.
Let's see.
But we're big on the dimensional on this show. So I mean, we are extremely, because to me there's too much evidence out there of people that like me. I don't believe aliens come from outer space. I think they come from other dimensions.
Right.
So it's very possible.
Let me see. No, nothing there. Let me see. Try wording it different.
Oh, he's...
I mean, that's a real possibility.
He says here that it wouldn't touch peanut butter either.
Oh.
But he had bought a jar of almond butter once and it devoured it. So what's wrong with peanuts, alien?
Doesn't like peanut butter? Good Lord.
No, I guess there was no Reese's Pieces for him.
No. No.
So, yeah, that's... Wow.
Okay.
That's insane to me.
That's crazy.
How could you just... I mean, that would be so scary just to look at this creature every day.
Yes.
Every day. And,
Let's see. Patient portal. No. It's not what I'm
It
looking for.
probably is. I mean, yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's probably near there. But so could you imagine, like, just, like, you see these lights one night, and then all of a sudden there's creatures in your house, and you can start, you hear things, like lasers going off in a weird language when it would run away from you?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if I'd live in that house. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And then one friend tell you it's not a ghost, another one tell you it's a demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone. No. Okay. Let's see. In Vermont.
I had another story here that I was
Okay.
gonna... Where is it? Oh, no, you keep going. I'm trying to find it.
Okay. Vermont is small, too. Vermont is the second least populous state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's a frozen tundra.
What Vermont lacks in human population makes up in trees, so there you go.
There it is. So God knows what's hiding in them there trees.
They got the Pigman, Northfield Pigman. We have the Offal. The Offal is a griffin-like creature first seen by sawmill workers in the early 1900s. Okay. And let's see. Memphis, a glacial lake. The stories of the Memphis go back a long way. Okay, creature. A Willie. The monster tail. Let's see. Willie is like Loch Ness. Okay. Trying to see. Bigfoot, of course. Of course. So they have
what are you trying to find? Like the...
See if there might be a portal there.
Oh, I don't know.
But it very well could be.
He said what's weird about this, what he said when it took off, it just, like, the light spread. Like, a whole bunch of different lights,
Okay. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of different. It's like the light shot up in the air, and he said, like, just went into a whole bunch of different lights.
Oh, that could have been a portal. Actually.
That's what I was thinking, like, that would have to hit a portal, wouldn't it?
Sure, that could be. That sounds like one. It sounds like... I'm trying to see here. No. Trying to see.
People are like, what are you trying to say?
1900. Daring here at the portal thou dost stand, and with thy little hand thou openest the mysterious gate into the future's undiscovered land. That is from the Vermont Dairymen's Association in 1900s. There's portals there. So,
oh, yeah, absolutely.
excuse me. So I was trying to see if I could get anything definite, but it's basically saying, yes, there are portals there.
That's some scary stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anybody who doesn't know these shows, Denise and I especially are very big on dimensional stuff. We believe a lot of things. I just don't believe there's that many crazy people out there.
No.
I mean, there's crazy people, but I don't believe there's that many liars out there.
Right.
That can be that imaginative to have the same exact story.
Yes, absolutely.
Whether it's like creatures or aliens with big eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
But... and they're like, I don't believe they come from another galaxy or whatever. I think they're coming from portals that come right into our world.
And some of the shows I've done, a lot of them, it circles back to portals. First, we talked about...
or like a wormhole type thing.
Yes,
or, something.
But it always seems to circle back to that, which is really strange. It's like when I do... the encounters, and it's like, yep, and as we've said, so it seems to circle back to that a lot. or there's portals nearby wherever we're talking about, and
Oh
whatever.
yeah, like
So
that thing. I think it was Maine that happened where like those wolf-like
yeah,
creatures came out. A
yes,
whole like I mean, this wasn't just like one or two people. It was like a whole
no,
community
yeah,
that sees things out at
yeah,
night,
yep,
and they almost look like what you would describe as a wolf man.
right,
You know, they walked upright and they were like
yep,
attacking people, you know, and things like. But they were scared of lights,
yep. It was.
they all disappeared the same night
Oh, and
too.
those pale crawlers we talked about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. There's so many things. So yeah, if you ever have time, you know, for the listeners, just definitely check out dimensional portals and wormholes and things like
yes,
that. It's some really freaky stuff.
yeah, yeah. I think I did a two-parter on dimensional portals. It was kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, and
A
then
lot of stuff.
like in American parks alone, like
Yes. Oh my God.
parks, the disappearances of people,
Yes.
it's insane.
And there's no
These-
record of them anywhere. Nothing. They find
Yeah.
nothing. No clothes.
like-
no personal. No nothing. Zero.
Like these people just up and disappear, and they're just gone.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
there's no traces of them. They don't even find a wallet. Nothing.
Nope.
And it's like how many is it? It's like ridiculous amount of people
Oh,
that have
yeah.
disappeared in American parks.
Oh yeah. I
And
just
these
did that
are
one
also
not that
near-
long ago.
Yeah,
It
you
was
did.
in
It
the
was like
thousands.
Yeah,
Thousands.
and these are right near where people claim to have dimensional portals. So
Yeah.
it's really bizarre that thousands of people are disappearing in an American state. You know, like the state parks.
Yeah.
That you go to. People are disappearing in there. And so, who knows? It's crazy.
I
There's
wish,
some
Kira.
big Stargate portal. Yeah, you never know.
I wish. I'd love to have a Stargate.
Yeah.
I love the Stargate portal, yeah. No, not that kind of portal, unfortunately.
No.
These are
We
just
have these,
like huge caves or sites in the in the mountains or your state parks. There's certain areas that
Yeah, there's just too many disappearances, and there's too many people. Like I said, they are just lost without a trace.
Yeah.
This isn't like, oh well, they found some strands of hair or some blood, or they found their purse. No, these people just boom, gone.
well, that's like the curses I did last week. That they were looking by that curse of that gold and in the mountains, remember? And they were all they eventually found them like months later, but they were decapitated. The head was found one place, the body was another. But and they were all in that same area. It was kind of crazy. So
Yeah, it's kind of like that movie, The Blair Witch.
Yeah.
It's like, even though there was no Blair Witch, that didn't exist, but a lot of that movie, what people don't understand, the writers of that movie took a lot of things from a lot of different stories.
yes.
That were out there and put them together
Yeah.
to make the Blair Witch. But yeah, the park thing, though, to me is just so insane.
Yeah, we had talked about that. I don't know. Yeah, I think I did the show on that. That was crazy. It was like 14,000 some hundred people or something. It was a ridiculous amount that they have not found. And they find their pack or their campsite, everything's there, but they're gone. There's no trace of them whatsoever, none, zero. And it's all in certain areas. You know, we can revisit that at another time. I can
definitely
do that again. Do it again. So, you had another story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just
Cool.
I'm trying to confirm something with the girl who
Okay.
sent me this just to make sure that I've got everything accurate on here. I don't want to.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but if you guys do get a chance, like even in Google, just type in "thousands disappear in U.S. state parks" or national parks. It's crazy. It is crazy.
National
you
park
wouldn't even step foot in a
disappearances.
freaking park if you knew.
Oh yeah, you ain't kidding.
Or if you did, it would be like daytime where there's thousands of people around and don't go off in the woods. You know?
Yeah. Yes.
It's crazy. It is absolutely insane.
Here we go.
Okay. This is a story. This I just had to confirm something just on something that happened. Okay. This is a friend of mine. She said that her parents passed away when she was really young, and that she was raised by her grandparents. She said that her grandma always seemed to be talking to somebody that wasn't there.
Oh.
Even, yeah. Then her grandparents weren't like elderly, grandparents. She said they were, in their 40s and 50s, but the grandma always seemed to be talking to somebody, and she couldn't figure out who. As she grew up, everybody just kind of ignored it. That was like the family thing. Nobody...
Yeah.
They just knew that grandma just talked to somebody and just leave her alone. Otherwise, she was perfectly normal. So, whatever that is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
She said she used to play... I used to play around my grandparents' house, like a normal child. I would go outside and play with other children and stuff like that. My grandma... You could hear her from inside having a perfectly loud conversation with somebody, and nobody could figure out who. She said it started becoming so weird that my friends would stop coming around my house because they thought my grandmother was insane.
Aw.
Even some of the mothers of the children wouldn't let them come over because they were afraid for their safety, thinking my grandmother was nuts.
Oh.
It got to the point where I even thought she was nuts growing up. As a teenager, I spent very little time in the house because I'll be honest, she freaked me out. I didn't know who she was talking to. So she would be holding a perfectly normal conversation and just suddenly start talking to somebody else. She said, as I got older, things started to freak me out even more because I started hearing and seeing things that weren't there. She said, I thought the mental illness was hereditary at that point. She said, I actually went and saw a psychiatrist who put me on medications thinking I was schizophrenic. A few years after I went to the psychiatrist, my grandmother had passed away. I lived in the house with my grandpa because I was afraid for his health and his safety, so I stayed for many years. Said I would constantly hear the voice of my grandmother, and I heard other voices, and I seen things. And I thought really for sure that this mental illness was hereditary until one day I met this woman named Tamara in the mall. The mall, remember malls? Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Vaguely.
I love the mall.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I know.
I met this woman, Tamara, in the mall, and she came up to me and told me flat out that I'm not crazy. And I couldn't even believe it. She said, how did she even know about any of this?
Right.
I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. She came up to me out of the blue, said, you're not crazy, and your grandmother wasn't crazy, and your grandmother's still with you.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, I got home, and I was really freaked out because I didn't know what this was. I didn't know what she meant. I was told by other people my whole life that I was crazy, and I thought that my grandmother was crazy, and nobody told me any different. Well, then I started, my friend's mother had passed away. Some time went by, my friend's mother had passed away. My friend came to me and asked me if I could talk to her mother. And I didn't know what she was talking about. She said it scared me half to death. Well, within a week, her mother came to me. I could hear her mother's voice. I could talk to her as if like she was standing right next to me. I started seeing things. I started seeing shadows. I started seeing things all over my house. So I went to my friend and I passed along a message that her mother gave to her. Oh, sorry. I'm getting lost here. Okay. When I was 25 years old, I went up into the attic, and I had gone through some things, and I found some diaries that belonged to my grandmother and her mother, who talked about the gift they have of talking to spirits and other things. What other things? Anyways. Started talking to spirits and other things. I found the diary of my grandmother, who claimed that she started seeing her dead daughter, my mother, the day she died.
Oh.
How she talked to her every single day about me and about my growth and the things that I was doing and my accomplishments. Said she was afraid to tell me the truth of the family inheritance because she was afraid that it would freak me out too much, or that it would scare me away. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, she said, so my whole life I've been a medium and I didn't know it.
Wow.
She says, now I work for people. She says, I try not to charge them if I can, but sometimes I have to. She said, but I've worked for police departments and other places. I've helped them find victims, and I've helped other people have peace and closure with their families. She said, I'm so glad I am what I am, and I'm glad that I met her in the mall, because if I hadn't, I would just think that I was schizophrenic my entire life, and I would have not known the difference.
Wow. I'm
Right?
glad she did too. Wow. And that's not uncommon, and with kids, by the way, because
Yeah.
they're not told that you can't do that. So they're so
Well,
open and
I wish her
innocent.
grandmother would have told her, though.
Yes, yes.
That is crazy.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
would?
Well, what I had to confirm with her was the diary part. She typed it all wrong, and I was like, let me make sure this is
Wow. Well, good for you for helping people. You're using your gift.
Definitely,
Awesome.
most definitely. You know, and I can't relate it to that magnitude, but I can relate to a certain extent. 'Cause, like, my mother was very in tune with stuff, which we've discussed this, and how, you know, she'd be talking to you, just all of a sudden she would stop, and you knew that she was, like, listening to somebody else, but she would never acknowledge it.
Right.
And, like, I have some abilities, and Kira can attest, my children have abilities, you know.
Oh.
So.
Oh, no.
Tamara, she was somebody she met in the mall that told her that she had abilities, and she wasn't crazy.
Right.
That she wasn't, you know, then that she told her that her grandmother was with her and all this stuff. So that's who that was.
Yeah.
My kids can attest to the fact that, you know, that this is something that is passed on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
My grandchildren have it too, so it's like
mine does too.
Bizarre.
By the way, yes, she's talked several
of course,
times.
not to this magnitude. My kids more when they were little,
because they're so open at that age. Yeah.
Yeah, they had heightened.
Yes.
Now my oldest daughter still kind of has a little, and Kira, she's my answer. She can attest to where she still has things. She still has like the feelings and the presence of things, you know.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, it is a totally bizarre thing to have. I try not to acknowledge it as much as I possibly can. Because, I'll be honest, it freaks me out.
I'll bet. I'll bet it's. I guess it would. Yes, definitely. And getting.
I've told that story before. That was freaky as all get out.
Yeah. Ugh. We were talking about before she read the story about the national parks, and it's called The Missing 411.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's more than that, though.
Oh, yeah. This is how it started, though, that he wrote that book. But they have 1,600 people went missing from our public lands. However, keep in mind that that's when they started counting, because they never kept records of missing persons in their parks. So they figure it's...
for some reason, if you disappeared in a national
it wasn't,
park, they wasn't, like, counted anywhere.
No. They wasn't written down. It was nothing, no information. So
that is some freaky crap right there.
You got that right. So we will revisit this, in the future.
Definitely.
For sure.
I think it's something that needs to have like a whole show about it, because there is.
Oh, I did. Well, I did a whole thing about that, but we'll do it again.
Another show. Yeah.
We'll do it again because it's so bizarre. Yes, there is a movie of the missing 411. Yes, there is. There is. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's actually more. There's thousands.
Thousands.
People don't even realize.
Yes. Yeah.
It has gone into thousands of people that disappeared in national parks, but for some reason, nobody knows why. When they disappeared, the record was kind of sealed.
Yeah.
And it didn't become public.
No, it was the most weird thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never even in my life have ever heard anything like this. That when they disappear, if they're gone, they're just gone. Like nobody even gives a crap.
No. No, it's crazy. Something's being covered up somewhere. There's kind of no doubt there, I think. But
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, definitely. I have a few things here to share. Real Phantom Ghost Riders. How about that?
I have heard of that.
Yes. Of course, we all know ghosts come in many forms. Mischievous poltergeists, full-on apparitions, and variety of shapes, sizes, and ways in which they present themselves through the veil between our worlds. There is a subsection of ghostly phenomenon that relates to either phantom vehicles and the apparitions that serve as their drivers. And one subgenre, yet again, is that of the ghost rider, literally a ghost rider. There are cases of specters and spirits roaring down the road on their phantom mounts, revving and thrumming away in the night, just as they have in life. But most certainly firmly entrenched within the dark realm of the dead. Perhaps the most circulated tale of the Phantom Riders, and of course Elmore, Ohio, here in Ohio. The Headless Ghost Rider of Elmore. The sleepy town of it's not that far from me. The sleepy town of around 1,500 people is not much different than many other towns dotting the region. And you could drive by without giving much thought. Yet there is said to be a rather eerie paranormal phenomenon pervading the area. It's a mysterious headless phantom roaring on his motorcycle to invoke terror in those who see it. Of course, like many of your tragic stories, it has its own tragic and eerie background. There are several different versions, but the core similarities are there. A soldier was away overseas at war during World War I, and having survived the bloody chaos of battle, he wanted only to return to the arms of his girlfriend, who was dutifully waiting at home for him. Upon returning, he goes to meet his parents and picks up his motorcycle when he gets off the ship. And he rides off from his parents' farm into the night to go see his beloved. I think I brought this up. And they live not far away across a small bridge called Mud Creek Bridge. This is called Spook Light, as I know it. So, he wanted to surprise her. He is said to have cut the engine and quietly rolled the bike up to his girlfriend's house. And when he got there, he finds she was with someone else and had found a new lover or not waiting for him. Anyway, the soldier, crushed and betrayed, speeds off on his motorcycle in a fit of rage and sadness. Adding to the fact that this is not the best state of mind to be careening around on a motorcycle, the road was unpaved at the time. It was lots of curves, and it was at night. The soldier goes faster and faster, probably trying to outrun the agony he feels. But the end result is the same. He loses control of his bike, launches off the bridge into a ravine. The mangled body is later to have been found decapitated, or by a wire that had been strung across the bridge as a malicious prank. The main point is he lost his head in the incident and would never get it back, even the afterlife. It is said that the spectral rider can be seen taking the same route as on that fateful night, minus his head, of course, every March 21st, which is believed to be the day when he died. Many witnesses have claimed to have seen the ghost start as a mysterious light originating from the farm where the soldier's parents lived. And then he congeals into the ghost rider as it travels along the road, passes by without even registering he's being watched, only to blink out of existence as he reaches the bridge. At other times, a motorcycle can be heard to roar, but there is no sign that there is anyone there. So every March 21st, thrill seekers looking for a peek at the macabre apparently flock to the bridge in the hopes of getting a glimpse of the infamous Phantom Rider of Elmore, honking their horn, flashing their headlights, trying to coax him out.
Oh, that's sad, really.
Yeah, it is. Now, the story...
Poor bastard can't even rest in peace.
Yeah, no, he's still haunting everybody. This was... the most well-known investigation was carried out in 1969 by a paranormal researcher named Richard Gill. They succeeded, as Gill reported that spectral light made its way towards them and faded out. They claim what they did. This was not cool. Don't do that. They attempted to summon the rider again through a ritual of blinking one's headlight 3 times and honking the horn. Before doing this, they claimed they put up a string across the bridge to see what would happen. The ritual.
Oh, that's horrible.
Why would you do that? You're supposed to be responsible people here. The ritual will work. The headlight appear again or roared right past the string to leave it unbroken. The light passed by. They left somebody out in the middle of the road, but knocked the man into a ditch to leave him badly shaken. Well, good. You deserved it after that little stunt. Why would you do that? So it has been investigated, and as I know it, it's called Spook Light. And it's not just every March 21st. You can go up there at midnight, flash your headlights 3 times, and honk your horn 3 times. There has actually been evidence of, there's been tracks on tops of cars, on the roofs of cars that has been left there. So, yeah, it's pretty creepy.
I don't think I would be invoking something like that.
Yeah. Why would you put a wire across there? That guy deserved it. Well, and then they tried to get him again, and they put one of the guys in the middle of the road by himself, and he knocked him into the ditch, which he deserved. I'm sorry.
Very much so. Oh my gosh.
Don't do that.
Terrible.
Don't do that.
This kind of reminds me of a story growing up.
Yeah.
My dad was a truck driver, and he drove cross country, and he swore that there's a legend on the highway. I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but it's about a truck driver named No-Eye Jack.
Yes, I've heard of that.
You've heard of him?
Yes.
Well, No-Eye Jack was a truck driver who fell asleep at the wheel.
Right.
And got in an accident, and he supposedly lost his eyes in the accident, and he died later on. Well, supposedly truck drivers who are tired or anything like that the legend is No-Eye Jack will come up beside them on the freeway, flip on his inside light of his truck, and when you look over, there's a person there with no eyes.
Oh, God.
And my dad, he swore, on a grand scale, that this happened to him.
I can believe it. I believe it.
He swore. He said it was one of those times. This is back, when they didn't log in by computer.
Right. They use logbooks. Yeah.
Yeah, they had 2 logbooks. They
right.
had the real one
and yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He had been driving for like hours and hours, and he said that this truck, he said he was ready to fall asleep. So this truck came up beside him and was like side by side for miles. And he said that he seen like a light out of the corner of his eyes, and when he looked over, the inside cabin of that truck was lit up, and he could see a person there with no eyes.
I believe it.
He said it scared him crap. He said that he had to pull into a truck stop and just sit there. He said, and he was like just shaking because he was so scared. But he ended up pulling over, and he finally got some sleep.
Good. See.
It's like this old legend of No-Eye Jack, and it's no specific place. It's all over the country.
Well,
that they see him.
Yeah, the reason I know of it is because my ex was a truck driver. So there you go. So that's how I know that. Yeah, about it.
He knows about No-Eye Jack.
Yeah. He's not seen. I don't think he's ever seen him, obviously, but he knew of it. Yes. So there's another one on the lonely stretch of road in the rural farming community of Exeter in California. This is supposedly the stomping ground of a similar ghost. In this case, in the 50s, a group of friends allegedly decided to play a prank on one of their friends by stretching out some rope across the road.
Horrible. What is wrong with people?
I don't know. They think it was funny. Called Bardsley Road in the Fresno Valley. After which they laid in wait for the motorcycle riding pal to come cruising by on his way home. The plan was just to knock him off his bike, which was pretty mean, but they didn't intend to hurt him. The story goes the rider came along the darkened road as expected, hit the rope. What wasn't expected was that the rope would be too high and lop his head clean off. In the aftermath of the gruesome accident, people started occasionally claiming to see a motorcycle headlight shooting up and down the road, accompanied by the sound of a motorcycle engine and the full apparition of a headless rider. That would, creep me out.
Right?
A headless apparition. Yes, no. Motorists and people walking along the road at night have been told of being followed or even chased by the phantom motorcyclist. And it is believed if you encounter the rider, you will be cursed to be in an accident yourself. Okay. Another headless rider said to prowl Creek Road of California, riding a vintage 40s motorcycle. Creek Road is ground zero, interestingly enough, for all manner of ghostly phenomena and high strangeness, including at least 2 phantom horse riders, numerous apparitions, a smoking, horribly burned and disfigured entity called the Charman, and even a supposed vampire, and making a headless motorcycle rider one of the least bizarre tales of this place. So there you go. Lots of stuff going on. Yeah.
And I'm also reading some stuff here on No Eye Jack, Eyeless Jack. It's the same person.
Yeah.
But the truckers call him No Eye Jack, but supposedly it's not just truckers that have seen him. People in cars too, driving late at night, and they're the same thing. They're getting tired. And they look over, and now No Eye Jack is supposedly coming, like leaning down out of his truck to look inside the car.
Oh,
like holding on to the side. It says he had slithered out of the side, holding on to the side of his truck mirror, and he was staring right into my car.
Oh, God.
Said I almost went into a tree because I was so scared. But again, I pulled over to the side of the road, and I decided to get some sleep. That was just too much for me.
Yeah. Wow.
So now No Eye Jack is not just truck drivers. He's going to other people, too.
Yeah.
Apparently this is a thing. I didn't know this was a thing. Now, see, some people describe him as have blue with no eyes. Now, truckers said he was just a normal person with no eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
But now people are saying he's got a blue face.
Wow. Maybe he wants to be noticed.
I bet you it's somebody that heard the story and kind of went with it.
It could have been.
Yeah.
All over the country, there are these real phantom ghost riders. So all over.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So just don't get excited. I'm sorry if I see a headless apparition, I'm going to get excited. So sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or if I see someone with no eyes staring back at me,
Yeah, you got that right. So some creepy stuff going on.
My dad swears he saw him.
Yeah,
my dad swears on everything.
I believe it.
Or he did. He told me. He says I've seen him. He's real.
I totally believe it. So I do. Who's to say different? But
Kara says maybe cars aren't eye level with the truck, so he had to up his game.
Yeah.
Hey, it's possible.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Yes, could be.
That's some creepy stuff, though.
Oh yeah, it is. Can you imagine? And what is it with these people putting stuff? Don't do that. Oh my God. Don't put stuff across the road. Yeah, you're going to cut somebody's head off.
What is wrong with you? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've never understood just people and their stupidity.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That you can't even begin to think like that. But they did, and now we have these ghost riders all over the country.
Yeah,
so.
that reminds me of that story too that I said last week on Ecto about the 3 stories in one.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Makes you wonder, what that is,
Yeah. Yes.
But the story basically, if for anybody who didn't hear, is just starts out with an elderly lady who gets in an accident, who swears like an angel or something, put her in a bubble, floated her up the side of the embankment, because she'd wrecked, went down the embankment, and her car was you couldn't see it from anywhere. And that this thing, angel, ghost, whatever, floated her to the top, and then floated her to this truck stop 15 miles down the road. She claims this, and then this is an elderly woman, well, yeah, let me see, 90 plus, sorry, 90 plus. Okay, so then years later, her grandson is an EMS driver who comes across a woman who gets into a car accident, who ended up having a blanket on her that he saw that was his grandmother's. It had the mark of his grandmother that used to put a heart and stuff on. So then he gets to the hospital. He ends up marrying her. And she has a story that same thing. The angel came and puts a blanket on her and all this stuff. And then years later,
okay,
another lady gets in a car accident who's running from her husband, who's trying to kill her. And she gets in a car accident, but right before the car accident happens, she swears she hears a voice basically saying it's going to be okay. Her kids claim that they were put into a bubble so they wouldn't get hurt. And then the lady ends up with a blanket, too, that had the same mark of his grandmother.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, and then it gets even weirder. He starts examining that spot because it's the exact same spot where his wife had gotten in an accident years before. So they look around, they end up finding his grandmother's car. And in the car, in the trunk, there was a box labeled to a woman's shelter. And it had, quite a bit of money in it, like 20s. And she was, basically how older people collect money. They put fives, ones, whatever. For years. But there was enough in there, he ended up giving it to this lady and her 2 kids so they could relocate.
Wow.
But she was meaning it for a woman's shelter. It was in her car, and it said for the woman's shelter. It had the place, the place's address, and they think that's where she was going when she got in the wreck.
Wow.
So then years later, that money helped the lady and the 2 kids that were running from the husband that she thought was going to kill her. So.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and they all claimed it was a tall, very, very, very tall lady that had long, white, blonde hair.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, she had white blonde hair, and she put the old lady in a bubble and the kids in a bubble, so they all had the same story about a bubble lady.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
So it was like I think that's one of the craziest stories I've ever read.
Yes.
Kira says, "What about the ghost kids that pushed her car?" I actually just talked about that not long ago.
Yeah, she did.
It was about how we put the car in, that the kids you could see the
Right.
handprints. We put the baby powder on the trunk. You could see the handprints on the car. And these kids, the supposed ghost kids.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yes.
The cracks, yeah. Yeah, Kira was there for that one.
Yep. I believe that. Why not? Now, that one place, they said it wasn't, is because the road was odd. But I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. But all I know
How do you
is
explain the handprints?
Yeah, that's all I know is we did it. We put the baby powder on the back, on the trunk and the bumper. And we totally stopped the car, put it in neutral, and the cars kept going, and it seemed, and what's even weirder is we poured water outside, and the water flew behind us, like down the hill. So, but we ended up going up the hill.
Yeah,
so.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, I believe it, because they can't explain the handprints.
Yep, and then afterwards, same thing, there were these tiny handprints on the bumper and the trunk. So I don't, all I know is what we saw.
Yeah.
There were handprints. We were moving. The water went downhill. We went uphill. So.
Yep. Crazy stuff out there. Crazy stuff.
Yes,
you just never know when you're going to come across something. That is for sure.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
Wow.
Excellent.
This has been a cool show. We've had.
Yeah.
Had some people in our chat room here. That was nice.
Great. Good to see people in there. Yay.
And just so everybody knows, we try to combine the 2 shows every other week.
Yeah, every other Saturday.
Like next Saturday, we'll probably have separate shows.
Right.
Then the following Saturday, we combine shows. So
yeah,
I wish we could do it every Saturday, but our work just doesn't allow it.
No, our schedules are so jacked up. Yeah, so I'm just happy.
Fun when we combine them.
Oh yeah, we find out so much more about everything. So great.
Yeah.
So great. I love it.
And again, if anybody has any ghost stories you want to share, please go to KBLP LLC and message either the message there or message me or Denise directly. We'll be happy to say it on the air.
Oh,
we'll
absolutely.
Say as much about you as you want or don't want. Like a lot of people don't want their names mentioned, which I understand.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mostly the creepy ghost stuff can go to Michelle. If you got aliens and things like that, send them to me.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't know this. Like every story that I read on Ecto is something that either happened to me or happened to somebody that sent me a story. Like these are totally 100% from people that claim this happened to them. So this is not something that just gets made up willy-nilly.
Yeah, exactly. We don't make that stuff up. We don't.
And there's been stories like I'll get that day and I'll read them and I'm getting just as creeped out reading them.
Oh, some of those. Oh my God. Yeah. That one, oh my God. When we,
I think that tower one freaked me out.
yeah. God.
Yeah, with the beer bottles coming down at her and he tried to throw her off the tower.
Yeah, it's like, geez. Yeah, great. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, that one before the ghost panty thing. Oh, when we were talking about ghosts and relationships and stuff, we had some creepy stuff happen then.
Oh, yeah, with those people that claim they have sex with ghosts.
Yeah. And marrying one, and the one's having a baby.
Oh, now she's getting divorced from him. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
She's divorcing.
Yeah, she married the 300-year-old
Yeah,
pirate.
yeah.
He's divorcing him.
Sorry to hear that. Okay. Incompatibility, maybe? Could be.
I don't know.
I can't see him.
He cheated. I think it's because he cheated on her.
Okay. Oh, God.
It was something like that. I just remember seeing that they were getting a divorce now that they're split up.
Oh, Lord. That was quick.
Yeah, very quick.
Wow. Okay. Update.
Update. It didn't last.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, we've had some crazy stuff for sure. For sure. So, anything else you want to add for tonight?
Not that I can think of. Just everybody, like I said, you got stories, send them to us, and thanks for listening. Because I'm telling you, within like a few weeks, our listeners are going up into the thousands, and that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys are totally awesome out there. Thank you.
We have a lot of listeners from all over the world, and they, sometimes they can't listen to us live. They listen to us throughout the week, and as the weeks come and stuff like that. So yes, very much. Thank you so much.
Yep, we're here because of you too. So,
and we have listeners from all over the world, which blows my mind.
It does. It does, doesn't it? It's like, wow, who'd have thought? But it's absolutely awesome. You guys rock. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
And thank you to our sponsor, King's Cannabis. You guys are awesome.
Yes, thank you.
For supporting our shows and just keeping us on the air.
Oh yeah, you know it. Can't forget them. That's for sure.
All right. So what do we got going on this week, Denise?
Okay, tomorrow's Sunday, right? Nothing as far as I know. I got to work late. Let's see, Monday. I think the All-Pro game is on tomorrow. I'll talk some sports tomorrow. We'll get some updates on what's going on with Roger Goodell. See what they're planning on doing, fixing their major mistake. Let's see what happens. Did you hear me last Monday? Oh my God, I was just.
I started to listen. I don't dabble into sports that much anymore, so it's fun to listen to you though. You get really into it.
I went off. Excuse me, yeah.
I thought you were going to reach out and slap a bitch.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, that was about it, yeah. So we'll get some updates at what they're going to do. They better fix it, that's all I got to say. This could, I was so ticked last week on that call. So it's called Sports Talk, guys. Listen to it.
I hope there aren't any children listening.
Yeah, I hope not at that time of night, because I was real on a rant, that's for sure.
I don't know if I was listening to WTF or Sports Talk.
It could have been, yes. Oh dear, don't apologize because it was well deserved. I'm sorry, but
most definitely from the way you made it sound, absolutely.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It was totally insane. So he better be fixing it, or you're gonna hear me again. ESPN will be calling. What the hell are you doing? But anyway, I'll be hearing from the NFL league. Hey, quit it. It's like no. But anyway, Monday we'll have sports talk. Tuesday, it's a week before, got another week before preview for Walking Dead. So I'm going to start the Criminal Minds segments. I was amazed, and I said it last night. I started getting into this, the Criminal Minds music, because they play some awesome music.
Yeah, they do.
Every season, and you're talking, how many seasons? For every... let's see, every season there's at least minimum 50 songs played. And you're talking,
Cool.
that's 20 to 22 episodes a season. But you're talking
Yeah.
50 plus songs.
Right?
And I'm picking and choosing. Oh my God, I did not realize how much there was.
So
So,
remember, you heard it here first.
yes,
Denise
yes.
is going to be doing Criminal Minds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Original from Denise.
You got that right. You got it.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so Tuesday night I'm going to do the first 3 seasons.
Yeah,
There's only
that's
one.
going to be so much fun.
Some really good music came out of some of these shows. Bones was another one that had some great music.
Oh, yeah, and
So-
Wonder Years, too. Remember them? They had a lot.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that once in a while. Just pick a show and we'll do the music. This time it's Criminal Minds because I just listen to them because I watch that. You know, you have
Yeah.
to, so I know what to do. Oh, I'm sorry.
Kira is obsessed with Criminal Minds. She's listening.
Believe me, I take notes. No. Anyway, but there is a lot of music, so I had to pick and choose. So we'll do it in 3 season segments because there is just so much. So we'll keep on doing that. Anyway, Wednesday, I don't know what's going on Wednesday. I think Desiree's back on with Chained, isn't she, on Thursdays? Every other?
I believe so. That's why I told him I want to get together and get like schedules going, so that way when we do this, I'm thinking about not announcing the schedules anymore on
Yeah.
the shows, just doing it on the KBLP.
Yeah, that's probably a good
Facebook
idea
and
for
just
now.
Putting the schedule on there so
Yeah.
that way people can like we'll do like a calendar thing. So
There you go. That'll work. I think that's a good idea. So we got the Freaks coming up, and of course TWD is going to be starting back up. So a lot going on,
Oh,
and of
heck
course
yeah.
Michelle's Ecto, totally awesome. I love that show.
Oh, thank you.
You guys need to listen to that. You really do, because some of it'll really creep you out. Some of it's freaking hilarious. The ghost in his
Some of it
panties
is.
fetish there.
Oh,
Yeah, that was.
Yes. Last week we did the show that my friend swears on this that ghosts were stealing her panties,
Yeah.
but not the inexpensive. And if she put like cheap Walmart panties in her drawer, like the package
Yeah.
panties, it would like trash her room.
Yeah, he'd get upset. How dare her? How the nerve! I'm telling you. I can't even. I ghost
I
with
know.
taste. I don't know. But anyway, that was bizarre to say the least. But I was like, wow, it was funny, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it
know?
was crazy.
Yeah,
And like the people before, she found out it happened to them too.
yeah. Surprise! Yeah, thanks for telling
Right?
me. Yeah. Who wouldn't watch those hotties? Listen to her.
Oh, the Criminal Minds.
Yeah,
I
she's
guess.
Yeah, do you take notes too? I do. Yeah, okay. But anyway, so lots going on, and check out Michelle's WTF too. I love that.
Yeah, and I do that randomly, guys. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't have a schedule for that. If something hits me, I'll just go on the air and just start griping
Yep,
about
there
it.
you go. Yep.
Yeah, you'll just have to just go into the if you look above here and you click on the where it says like the episode 40, if you click on the buy and it says KBLPLC, if you click on that and then scroll down, you can see episodes and shows, and you can actually click on your favorite shows, like click on shows, and if it's Ecto or Encounters or Freaks in the Basement
Yep.
or whatever, you can click on that, and then you can see all the shows from that. So if you like WTF, just click on there once in a while, see if there's any new stuff.
Yep.
Because sometimes I'll go 2 months and not say anything, and all of a sudden,
Yeah, it like builds up. It's like boom, there she is. So yeah, but it's great. It really is. Some of it's like what? Where? What? It's great. You got to listen to it. Absolutely, she does a wonderful job. So
I'll go sometimes it's like 20 minutes, sometimes
Yeah.
it's like an hour and a half. Just
It's great. I love it. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what's coming up. Got lots of stuff coming up. So, and then of course, our Freaks in the Basement. Gotta love that. Always. Yeah. Thank you. In the basement.
And then the basement.
Yeah, in the basement. She does that so well. I love it. I need to record that.
That's Left by a Freak, Chris Stevens. That show, I'm sorry, I love that show.
That show is
awesome.
great. Hey, yeah, great music on last night.
Yes, he does, and he plays new music
Yeah.
every week. It's not like one of those shows where it's constantly the same stuff
No,
over and over again.
no.
He plays new music, and his skits.
Oh my God.
When he does these skits where the freaks come out of the basement and try to take over his studio, they are just hilarious. So
Oh
if
my
you guys
God.
get a chance, check it out.
Oh, absolutely. I'm usually like dying here because I'm laughing so
I have
hard.
tears in my eyes.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. That's hilarious. You need to check it out for sure. Oh God. God, he's in the hundreds. You know what? 120 or something shows.
Yeah, something like that. But he plays, and it's a lot of like alternative rock, hard rock, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He plays some of the old stuff, new bands.
New
It's
band. Yeah,
really
he
good.
finds them, boy. And they are good. Very good. Excellent show. Excellent show. So, come join us on Friday nights because we're usually there.
Are you still doing Hollywood Review?
Oh, yes, Hollywood Review. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Denise talks about like the new stuff that's coming out, and TV, movies, different things like that, gossip.
Yeah, what's coming on DVDs?
Gossip in there.
Yep. So, of course, I never mention the Kardashians. So, if you're tuning in for that, you're going to be sadly disappointed because I never mention them.
The only time she'll mention the Kardashians is if she's doing it under her breath, as she's like doing some kind of weird curse. You hear the candles lighting.
Yep. Give me a minute. Yep. Be right with you.
She'll be spouting something in another language.
Right. Yep.
That's the only time you'll hear Kardashians out of her mouth.
Yeah. Exactly. You got it. And don't forget Zach's show on Saturday mornings. So he's got that new one. So
Vlad
Brad. So
yes, he's pretty funny.
So,
he's supposed to be starting soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the jams do anymore or not, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if Ike's doing it or if Zach's going to be doing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if it is on, it'll be on Saturday night. So.
Yeah. So we're in the dark too. So we'll see what we can find out for you.
Yeah. So we may not be doing announcements anymore on the shows. We'll just tell you to go check the schedule.
Yeah. Go check the schedule. Yeah.
Because sometimes stuff changes and people change the times and the day and they don't tell us.
Yeah. It's like surprise. It's like, well, dang. So, good idea. Do a schedule type thing in there. So, shout out to some groups. You want to do that? Go ahead.
Yes, of course, we have our KBLP LLC on Facebook. Go there, become a member. You can get, behind-the-scenes stuff of shows, different things like that. You can see the whacked out stuff that Steven have been posting lately about flat Earth and stuff. That's great. Whether you're for it or against it, it's still fun to look at.
Yeah.
We have KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube. You can go there and listen to our shows and all that fun stuff there. Back to Facebook, we have True Horror Junkies, which is Denise's horror group. We have Horror 3-Ring Circus, which is my horror group, which is more, Adriana Jack's.
I hear you. I've been trying.
It's more of a satire horror where we just kind of, it's fun.
Yeah. Don't forget.
Yes, Art of Darkness.
Yep.
There's something
and
else.
TW, The Walking Dead Freak Show.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, The Walking Dead Freak Show. Definitely go there where Jason Boyce runs that group. We're already starting up with we're not doing a scavenger hunt this time, but he's talking about for the fall premiere, definitely.
Woohoo! Yes.
Yeah, but definitely go there. We're already starting to get it kicked out for the new season and everything, so absolutely.
Love it. That is a great page, so check it out for sure.
Have some fun.
Yes.
Have some fun.
Yeah. So there we are. Yes.
There we are. Those are things that pertain to this show. So.
You got it. Absolutely. Yeah. So 2 weeks, Michelle and I will be back. Woohoo!
Yeah, we'll do our combo show again.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, we'll still be doing our shows just separately.
Yeah, Ecto and then Encounters. Yeah.
all the strange, weird stuff.
You got that right. We're gonna
encounters. I mean, they're the ghost stories.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Quit talking about my
Almost
life.
said it. I
Quit
stopped
talking about
myself.
my life.
Listen, that was good, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, great ghost stories. And like we said, we don't make this crap up. Believe me, we couldn't if we tried.
It's
Some of this
already
stuff.
out there.
Yeah.
So,
So I think I think I'm going to do aliens, something on aliens next week. See,
that
see
would
what
be
the
fun.
update is on the alien situation.
yeah, and have you seen the new sightings? Like
Yes.
just in the last 2 months?
Yes.
Definitely. You need to do a new show about that
Yes,
stuff.
that's why I was
crazy.
thinking about it. I
That's
keep
fascinating.
seeing this new stuff pop up, and I'm like, we need to do a show and update everybody on what's going on.
And if I can suggest people to abduct, please abduct
Yes.
all the members of Congress,
Thank
the
you.
House, the President, the
We're
Vice
making-
President, them all.
We're making wishes. Michelle's came true, so there you go.
Yeah,
So everybody
the
make a
sequel
wish.
thing was awesome, but now they all
Yeah.
need to go.
Yep, absolutely.
All of them. Take them all.
Yep, take them all. Every single one.
Really.
Yeah, it's great. So,
Horrible people. Horrible people.
yeah. So, well, don't get us started on that.
No, don't get me started. I'll be a WTF in like 3 minutes. Let me tell you something.
You got that right, Kira. Absolutely. Nobody could make that one up. That's just absolutely wild. Creepy, but wild. I'll tell you. He had good taste.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wonder where he was taking them. Nobody seems to know, huh?
No, and they disappeared. They're gone.
Wow.
Like they said, they checked the walls. Everything. They're just gone.
That's totally
So is that
creepy.
like a dimensional thing, or are they taking the good Victoria's Secret panties
Yeah.
to the ghost dimension? I mean, what are they
Yeah, I
doing?
know, right? It's like,
You know?
it's creepy, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like having your ghost stalker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's insanity. Like she said, she thought, well, maybe if I, she kept the good ones
Yeah,
in her
yeah.
car, she would buy like the Walmart, package of panties,
Yeah.
and put them in their drawer, and then it would like trash her room.
God. Ghost, Like I said, that's an expensive,
I mean, what? I mean, that's the base word. Was it like some kind of pervert, or
Yeah,
was it some, like Kardashian, that died? They wanted her panties back.
Yeah,
Those probably weren't good enough for her either, but I mean, still,
God.
it's just crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that is, but it's creepy. It's having your own, it's like having a ghost stalker, man.
Yeah.
That's creepy, but hilarious, actually.
Yeah, but as long as she kept good lacy panties, or whatever in her drawer, good thongs or
Yeah,
whatever.
but it's expensive to
would
replace
take,
all the
It
time.
would take a couple, but it would be fine. Like there would be no ghost happenings in the house.
Good God.
So,
I don't know. I think I like the food got one better myself.
oh
but-
yeah, the guy who fed the alien
Yeah.
thing.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah. There's some crazy stories. I never knew until I started that show,
Yeah.
like the extent of and trust me, people, the ones who have sent me stories, I will read them all. I take
she
them.
will. Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
it started out where I was like begging, please, anybody, just send me
Yeah.
a story. And it's like, and then people would private message to me, on Facebook and be
Yeah.
like, hey, I have this story, but please don't use my name. And it's like I'm reading this and I'm like, oh my, like the one I told you claimed she had the sex with
Yeah,
the ghost.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what
That
the
was a
hell?
yeah. We had that was an
It's
interesting
just-
evening. Yeah,
Kira said he stuffed them in his ghost
Yeah.
brief.
yeah.
Maybe.
I know, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
but how does it just disappear? Yeah, they disappeared. The panties were just gone.
Gone.
This happened to several other people besides
Yes,
her.
yes, and a guy
Yeah,
too.
they're-
A
yeah,
guy
and
too.
And a guy. So.
Yeah, he didn't like him.
No, not at all. He didn't like men, apparently.
No.
So.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Anything you need to know, we know. We
Yeah,
know
there's-
what's going on.
I really love the stories of the
Yeah.
ghosts who save people. You know what
Yes.
I mean? Those ones, I love them. I love to hear about those. Those they melt my heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Like, even the ones that are terrifying, but, like
Yeah.
the tower one.
Yes.
I think that's one of my favorite ones.
I have
just
to, yeah,
because,
I like that one too.
because she
Absolutely.
went up there to kill herself, and this ghost
Yeah.
tried to kill her and made her realize in the process of him trying to kill her how much she wanted to
Yeah,
live.
that, nope, forget it, I'm done. Yeah. No, that was a good one, by the way. That was
Yeah,
really good.
that one was like, that still gives me chills. And, like, just think, like, even on the bottom, he was, like, throwing beer bottles at
I
her.
know.
And then she goes later on, and those beer bottles, so it was actually throwing stuff at her.
That is just,
And
I
when
can't,
she found out the history, it was a guy who actually hurled himself off
Yeah.
that tower. And it was the same guy. Well,
Yeah.
she thinks it was the same guy.
I think so. Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. Absolutely. So,
So,
I'm so glad you came on, Kira. Thank you
yeah,
for being
thank
here.
you, baby. Yeah, she has a night off like me. I told her. I said, hey, I said, we're live right now. Come
You
check
got
it
it.
out.
Yeah, come on. Glad you could join us. I hope to see you again real soon. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah,
Awesome.
she downloads our shows and listens to some of them and stuff, but she's
Awesome.
never really been able to come on. So.
And AWO, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you.
Right?
And Bill,
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
don't even remember the last time I seen the AWO
I know.
video. Yeah,
I think it was on the Jam.
maybe, yeah, possibly. And Bill too. Hey, Bill.
Yeah,
Bill
Rosamund.
comes on once in a while, but we don't usually get to see.
Yeah. So it's good to see everybody. Wonderful.
Thank
So,
you so much for listening,
yes.
and hello to all of our friends overseas.
Yes, hello.
In different countries. We got a lot of listeners. I don't know why, but we have a lot of listeners in France.
Woohoo. You guys
Yeah,
rock.
we've got
Thank
some
you.
in Egypt. We've got some in South America. We got Australia. We've got listeners all over the world. So
Fantastic.
hello to all of our listeners. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. We can't thank you enough, actually.
No.
It's wonderful.
And our listeners right here in the USA.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
And all of you stay safe
Canada.
out there. It's going to get cold, so please, please,
Yes.
please.
Oh my gosh, don't
It's
I know?
going to be just totally insane. So, everybody stay safe and dry and warm. And we're supposed to get some more snow here, I think, Sunday or Monday night into Tuesday. So
Yeah.
just be careful, please. Stay safe. Be prepared. So,
And remember, Planet BOB also, not this Monday, but the following
Yes.
Monday. So we're going to be talking about some really interesting stuff on that show.
we always do. Always
Yeah,
do.
about different plays on what might be happening with our government. So.
Yes.
What you can do, prepare for it.
You got that right. So, and
Anyways.
yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's done. We're done. I guess we're done, I guess. We had a great show as always. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you, Denise. It was fun.
Yeah, it always is. It always is. So, everybody have a great night. Have a great week coming up, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Happy Saturday.
Peace out, y'all.